अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So 12th chapter, where were we?
12th verse we completed.
12th verse, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we completed.
Yeah. These are the verses that if you don't think, can confuse. The 12th verse especially. Tyaga charantir anantaram, therefore tyaga is most important. So people say give up everything and that's enough. Babaji Banyo. I mean, you'll be amazed at the number of people I have met who have such wrong ideas. I can't gain moksha because I can't walk off. Or I have walked off now. Babaji ban gaya. Abhi kya hai? No, without focusing on the learning or something like that. Or jnana dhyanam vishishyati. A meditation is the important one, not knowledge. Then what do you expect to happen in meditation? Knowledge. If meditation is a means for knowledge, whatever way, now I am not going to look into that. If meditation is the means for knowledge, then is knowledge important or meditation important? That's why we always say knowledge, meditation is to own it up if you need owning it up. And most of us need owning up. Okay. Yeah, therefore, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasad, abhyasa jnanam dhyanam vishishyati. Dhyanat karma phalatyaga, karma yoga. Because without karma yoga, where are you going to get a mind necessary to understand all that? And tyaga shantir anantaram. The karma phala tyaga is a technical expression. Okay? It's as good as giving up the results. But the result of any action can never be given up. It's your baby. It will be dropped on your lap. Yeah, then if karma phala tyaga was easy, I would have done it long back. No? Do all the crimes in the book and give it up. No problems. That's not true. That's not true. Prarabdha karma follows a wise person also. So at least his body and mind it follows. Therefore, there is nothing like karma phala tyaga. Karma. Or people say, don't do kami karmas. What about nitya naimitika karmas? They also have karma phala. People mistake that. That karma yoga means no kama karma. Karma yoga came into the picture because there is kama. If there is no kama, no raga dveshas, what is the necessity of karma yoga? You don't need karma yoga then. Na? Raga dvesha hai nahi. I just doing my duties, fulfilling responsibilities. Baat ho gaya ka. So why do you need to be karma yogi? I just need to do what it takes. Ishwararpanam, prasada buddhi, etc. Why do I require it? All that thing came into the picture because I have raga dveshas. I should grow out of it. Of course, growing out will take time. It will happen in time. Okay. It's something like this, Like, he talked about 4 types of devotees, remember? Arthi, Artharthi, Jignasu and Jnani. Let us say you are an Artharthi. You pray to God when you want things. Lord, give me this, give me that. Okay. Will that person pray to the Lord when he is in trouble? Of course he will. So the Arti is someone who prays to the Lord only when he is in trouble. Oh Lord, save me. मैं गड़बड़ में बहुत फंस गया. So the Artharthi will pray to the Lord in trouble, plus when he wants things. And Jignasu will pray for knowledge. That means if the Jignasu is in trouble, he will not pray to be free from that. The Jignasu, committed pursuit of the truth. And let us say he gets cancer, God forbid, but he gets it. Will he not want freedom from that cancer? At least live long enough until he can gain the knowledge and be rooted in it. Even Adi Shankara went into the Devi temple in Banaras and prayed for that. Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Bhiksham Dehi Cha Parvati. So I have heard people saying these things, that a mumukshu will pray only for moksha, nothing else. Something wrong somewhere. If he gets into a soup, then we will see what happens. Yeah, it's natural. Because this is all Vyavahara. Vyavahara, Ishvara comes into the picture. It better come into the picture. Saying a prayer for my child to pass the exam is wrong. Praying for my partner's health is wrong. Kidhar se? Where did all this idiocy come from? When you are saying Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, when you are broadening our mind to accept the whole world and praying for the welfare of the whole world, you can't pray for your loved ones. Just because you are a Jignasu. Where they are picking up this nonsense, I don't know. I don't know how they'll explain those Taittiriya verses where the Rishi is playing for wealth. Dharmartham. Not mokshartham. Dharmartham, he says. Give me wealth. So I can run a huge Gurukula and hundreds of students can study from it. Actually praying for wealth. Pray for fame. Why? If I am well known, more and more people will come and learn from me. No? Isn't it right? If 50 people can learn from me, why not 500 people? The fame is not the thing. How many lives you can touch with the knowledge, that is the thing. So, even the rishis pray. There's a homa for that, Avahanti homa. Samayantu brahmacharina swaha, damayantu brahmacharina swaha. Let students come to me from all sides. Like how the rain water flows from the hills, let it come. Like how days goes into months and years, let them come to me. But with sama, dama, etc., prepared minds, so they'll gain this knowledge. So if you say that Karma Yoga Buddhi does not involve all this, somewhere your understanding is wonky. Okay. I'm saying this because I've heard people falling for all this type of stuff. Okay. Then after this, the very next verse. All right, you have lived a life of Karma Yogi, you have gained the knowledge. Or Karma Yogi Sannyasa gained the knowledge. Either way, doesn't matter. The Sannyasa came in between or not. Okay, you gained the knowledge. Then what are you? Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara samadukka sukha kshami. Adveshta sarva bhutanam, doesn't have a hatred for anyone. But Swamiji, you said you are going to go and shoot the terrorists. Yep, I will. Should I hate them for it? If someone like Vishwamitra and Vasishtha, both of them led armies in battle, okay? As Maharshis, they led armies in battle as Brahma Rishis. Okay. Why? Exactly like a surgeon exercising a tumor, removing a tumor. So as a society, these characters are a problem. Remove them. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. Next lifetime, better chance. Okay, better chance. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. Maitra karuna evacha. A sense of friendliness, compassion. How can the wise person not be friendly? मैं महात्मा हूँ, no friend, no enemy, nothing. That's good for Spock. We are not creating Spocks. We want to become men and women of wisdom, okay, of this knowledge. So, Maitra Karuna Evacha. There's friendliness, there's compassion. Okay. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. Nirmamatvam. You're not possessive about anything. What is there to possess? The whole world is me. The whole world is a manifestation of me. Yeah. So what is there to be possessive? Nirahankara. Ahankara is a dress you are wearing for functioning. Who are you? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. And what are you doing now? Right now, teaching. Afterwards, I'll go for a walk. Walk. Afterwards, I'm meeting someone for dinner. Yeah. Ahankara is what a dress you wear. Yeah. So when you go for a meal, let us say to a restaurant, you go as a Mahatma. 2 students come in front of you. And in the restaurant, you're waiting. Then this table is empty. They'll come and put a asan for you because you can't sit in an ordinary chair. You're a Mahatma. Why? Even if you're an Mathadipati, why? If you are going to a restaurant, follow the norms of the restaurant. No. Follow the norms. Yeah. If you are in an ashram, follow the norms of the ashram. I mean, every place has its own norms. Follow that. No? What is your issue? Then you say, Nirmamo Nirahankara. You need 2 people to carry your asan everywhere. Your mamatvam is in your asan. Come on, yaar. Now I accept if you are Mathadipati, Peethadipati, etc., there may be some protocols to follow. As long as it's just protocols, fine. No. Yeah. As long as they are simple protocols, fine. Anything more than that is not nirmamo nirahankara. Okay? Simple protocols, you follow that. Yeah. Okay. Nirmamo nirahankara. Samadukha sukha kshami. Sukhe dukhe sukha dan dukha. Experiences will be like that. No? Wisdom does not make your body dead. All your nerve endings don't die. So pleasure and pain you will feel. If it is hot, it is hot here. Yeah. The summer was hot, no? In Bombay, in India, the summer was all over, it was hot. So you feel the heat. Can you say because you are a wise man you don't feel the heat? Where you are carrying your personal air conditioning around? What? Now, by the way, there is a gadget available like that. Okay? You can wear it around your head and it will keep your head cool. Just round your neck you wear. It's available. Okay. Sama dukkha. So hot, it is hot. But you are not hot and bothered. You are only hot. Unpleasant experiences will happen. No? Yeah. Someone dies. Unpleasant. No? Dukkha is there. Normal. So you go to a house of death and say, what is life? What is that? No, you will empathize with the grief. But you are the same. At some level you are untouched by it. Because your identification is with Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, not this body and mind, not with the roles. That's the only difference. Kshami. Okay? We accommodate people and things. Yeah. They may be very different from what you are. Their protocols may be very different. Accommodate them, okay. Yeah. Right, then what? This
Swamiji?
is, yeah.
Swamiji, is this accommodation different from samadhanam?
Yeah, because that samadhanam is something you have cultivated.
Okay.
This is very natural.
Okay.
Yeah, very natural because, hey, they are non different from you.
Okay.
So how, there's a natural acceptance and an accommodation. Yeah. They are not. Okay. Yeah. They are from a different culture, different this. Like it happened. My cousin and her husband had gone in June to Rishikesh. So June was hot in Rishikesh. If you think Bombay is hot, come to Rishikesh in June. Before the rain starts, you'll know what is heat. So he's wearing a pair of shorts and going around in Rishikesh. He's from UK, by the way. Then they suddenly remembered, Arey, the ashram that I am associated with is in Rishikesh. Chalo, jayega. So they asked for Dayananda ashram, they were close by, they walked in. So someone has created a new rule in the ashram there. Shorts are not allowed. A langoti is allowed, okay? Sadhus can move about in a langoti, but a civilian cannot move about in short. Somebody has created that rule. September I am going to go there and I am going to challenge that a bit. So the watchman stops him. See. So there is a Swami passing by. So that man said, see, I am Brahmavidhananji's cousin-in-law. I didn't know this rule was there. No problems, come in. He told the watchman, come. See, you don't want tourists walking into the ashram. An ashram is not a tourist place. I can understand that. So that much you maintain an ashram, fine. It's not a place of tourist interest. It's a place for students to stay and learn. So you maintain that much, that's fine. That much of a protocol is enough. Kshabi, okay? What you are talking about. All right. This is what every one of you can be, okay? This is not talking of some wise man in Timbuktu. Every one of you, once you understand the truth and own it up, this is you. Okay. Santushta satatam yogi yatatma dhrida nischaya mayyarpita mano buddhi yomad bhakta same priya. What was he or she when she was getting the knowledge? Here it is. What? Satatam santushtaha. The yogi, karma yogi, santushta satatam. There is a sense of contentment. The contentment comes by accepting facts. The contentment comes from the sense of acceptance of karma, karma phala, everything. You do what you want about it. That's fine. That's always there. The freedom of choice and action is always there. Yeah. Somebody posted a video in one of the groups that I am there. Talking about freedom of choice and karma. Krishna tells 3 times in the Gita, you don't do anything, Prakriti does everything. That means you have no freedom of choice. Narayana. And he quoted the verses also. And the verses are very clear, saying that you, as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, is not doing anything. Prakriti, body and mind, is making his decisions. Ahankara is making the decisions. But you think nature is making the decisions? Prakriti, na? Prakriti means nature. He's a very popular speaker. Karthik has seen him. Very popular speaker. Very well known. Freedom of action is not automatically there. And that is why action is a level of what? Your finite self, your conceptual self, the ahankara. The wise person wears the ahankara as a robe. Because you have to have a given function. I don't teach. Prakriti teaches. Can I say that? Nature teaches, you know. I assume the role of a teacher and I teach. Okay? That's what makes me good at it. Yeah, but Prakriti, Buddhi, mind, body. I, the consciousness, don't teach. That's a different thing altogether. But it is not that Prakriti means this we are talking about. Not Prakriti as Mother Nature. Be careful, because these type of stupid interpretations are there. I thought I had seen it all until popular speakers are saying this nonsense. Just imagine what will happen to all those people, and he has got a whole devotee circle. I don't have to do anything. What will happen to their lives? No proactivity in their lives. Then how do you decide to do something or not? Whatever you feel like. After all, Prakriti made me feel like that. I am a diabetic patient, but Prakriti made me eat all the gulab jamuns that were kept there. Can you imagine all the nonsense that will happen if you go by that? Samsaroyam ativa vichitram. Samsara. Anyway, all right. Santushtaha, a sense of contentment, because karma phala is accepted, and if the more you understand that I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, then Santushta is natural. No? Hey, Anandoham. More than Santushta, Anandoham. Therefore, yogi satatam santushta. Things didn't work out. Lord's will. Everything went in 6s and 7s, except Sannyasi also same thing. आज भिक्षा नहीं मिला, आज एकादशी है. You mean to say if Adi Shankara did not get bhiksha in Banaras of all places, you think sadhus like us, when we live on bhiksha, we get food every day? No, kabhi nahi milta. Things are better now. Rishikesh is full of kshetras, so you always get somewhere or the other you will get. You know, some ashram or the other you will get. Yeah. But so prarabdha, the Lord wants you to fast today. Santushtaha satatam yogi yatatma drida nishchayaha. Because he's a yogi. Yatatma, he puts in all adequate, appropriate efforts. Appropriate efforts. I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth about me, the world and God. That's going to be the subject matter for the camp, okay? Yeah. I want to know the truth of that. Okay, then I'll get a different perspective. I'll stand on my head. Appropriate efforts get into the pramana that deals with the self. Adequate efforts. I looked. I read that whole Gita blog. If that blog is enough for you, you're a great student, enough. Fine. Otherwise, Pavanah Punyena Shravanam Kuryat. Again, listen. How long? Until I'm rooted in the truth. That's it. Until I'm rooted in the truth. Use the pramana again and again. Pramana is not working for me. Therefore, now I'm doing my chakra cleansing. If you want to do chakra cleansing, do it. I have nothing against it. Okay. But if you want to know the truth, you better do some cleansing here. Examine why it is not working. When it has worked for others, why is it not working for me? What I am not getting correctly? What am I not getting correctly? Check up that. What is the fine tuning necessary inside my mind? Maybe I am overtly attached to something. Overtly. Some love and this thing is natural, that is good. Maybe I am a bit of a control freak. Homemakers better be careful of this. Because you are so used to taking care, which is highly positive. Highly positive. And unless you take charge of things, it won't work. It will be like my home otherwise, if you don't take charge. I let it run on its own. So, taking charge, things won't happen nicely. But be careful, it doesn't tilt over into being a control freak. It's a very thin line. Yeah. So, that is part of the game. So, see like this, what is happening here? Pramana is not working. Why? It has worked. For thousands of years it has worked. For generation after generation after generation, it has worked. Why is it not working here? Not to blame, to fine tune. Not to blame. Yeah. I know one guy, he's on his 14th teacher now. Why? None of these teachers are working. Nah? 14th teacher, can you imagine them? I'm a seeker. As a seeker, I should know who's correct, who's not correct. You're the problem. So I did the best thing possible. Gave him a gift of Swamiji's book. You're the problem, you're the solution. Let us see if it works out. I was the 9th one. 9 is a good number, it should have worked. But he's so caught up in his identity as seeker. See, this is another problem. I'm a seeker, I'm a serious seeker, a student of Vedanta. Very good. But you're so caught up in your identity, you go to a teacher. The teacher will validate you in the beginning. But a time will always come when the teacher will have to point out certain things that you're not doing correctly. It has to, it will happen. It goes to the territory of being a teacher. I'm a seeker. You can get upset. My teacher was to be dismissive of me because he knew I was a tough guy. I could take it. He could be dismissive of me. And I would stop and think, why is he dismissing? What I'm saying is valid. Oh, he wants to shift focus to something else. Okay, fine. So did it. Are you doing that or getting hurt? The choice is yours. Yeah. He said I was wrong in public. It's a class, he said, mentioned a few things. The cap fitted you, wear it. And learn and grow. He didn't point you out by person, by name and this thing. So examine what is that. Therefore, Yatatma meaning adequate, appropriate efforts. Adequate efforts until you know. Okay? Drida Nishchayaha. Firm in his resolve. Moksha, here I come. Do or die. I am going to get this knowledge, whatever happens. Not, I will study, dekha jayega. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then next life is there. That is Shubhecha. This is a certain amount of commitment is necessary to the learning and growth. Drida Nishchaya. I am not talking about lifestyle. I am talking about learning. Commitment to the learning, commitment to self-examination, commitment to your own growth. Yeah. We are not talking about don't have family, don't get attached to family. We are not talking about things like that. What is growth? What is good for your relationship? That will help you be a better student of Vedanta. To be too clingy to family, or to love and have a little space. What is helpful for your relationship? That's helpful for you understanding Vedanta also. So as a student of Vedanta, you will be equally good in other things. Not less. Not less. Yeah. Yeah. Not that because you are good in Vedanta, suddenly you will become bad in your job. Yeah. You may commitment to the job may come down a bit sometime. If you are so keen to be a full-timer, that I can understand. You want to spend more time to this, etc. One of my students told me, Swamiji, I am a senior vice president. I can get a promotion. But I said no. I said, why? She's a woman, okay? I said, why? Because I won't time for all these things. If I take that responsibility, I won't have time for all this. I said, but you're in a different country, you need money, etc. Money is not all that much. Yeah, I'm making decent money now. Could always do with some more, that's a different thing. So that type of things may happen. Yeah. But you won't become bad at your job. You are just shifting your priorities to see what works for you. Yeah, if that money is important, you have too many people to take care of in your life and you need more money, please take it up. That time don't use Vedanta as an excuse. And a true Vedantin will not use that as an excuse. Will understand this time this is necessary. I will do my best. Little bit is tough on me, but I will still do it. Drida Nishchaya. I will still do it. Drida Nishchaya. And there will always be some family emergency, something that will pull you away from this, from the classes, etc. sometimes. That's okay. That's all right. It's understandable. No one, even a full-time student, gets every class that happens. There are only 2 people in my course that attended every lecture. One was the person who was assisting Swamiji in conducting the course. Swamiji has been very unlucky in getting the assistance, but he attended every class of Swamiji. And the other was one Bhagavan. Bhagavan was the ashram dog. Every class he attended. Even I missed some classes. I mean, a fever or a stomach upset or a headache will not prevent me from going for a class. Okay. But the state of emergency, then I missed 6 months. I had to go for a voyage and come back. Commitment to the government. Indira Gandhi state of emergency in 76. So I missed a few months there. So what I am trying to say is that there will be situations in life, emergencies, etc., which will pull you here and there. Swamiji, it's happening all the time. I can't attend class only because my whole life is emergency. Then there is something wrong with the way you are dealing your life. Once in a way, missing, understandable. A month here, this thing, day here, this thing, understandable. Even a month here, understand. But all the time, if you are missing, what does it mean? your priorities are wonky. Or you are a very special case. The only emergencies come to you. Then you better go to an astrologer and find some pariharam what to take care of all these things in your life. Yeah, because there seems to be too many serious things going on. If it is a phase, that's okay, that's understandable. Then the astrologer will tell you it's a phase. It'll end by September or something like that, he'll tell you. Okay. Therefore, dhrida nishchaya. Maya arpita mano buddhi. Mai arpitam. In me, you are offered what? Mano buddhi. Your mind, your knowledge, everything. That means karma, everything offered to the Lord. Okay? Offered. That's why he's karma yogi, he's a student. Maya arpita mano buddhi. Mad bhaktaha same priyaha. Such is a bhaktaha. Such a person is a bhaktaha, he says. By pursuing the knowledge, dhrida nishchaya, everything is there. Yeah. He may not have formally thrown a flower at the Lord. That's a different thing. I'll tell you something honest in my life. Other than the time when I was maybe below 10, when I used to imitate my parents and do some throwing flowers, after that, I have not done that. My bhakti was strong, that's a different thing. Commitment to Ishvara, commitment to the learning. Yeah. But that's okay. But that's what he's saying here. Yeah, he's not saying someone who's doing rituals morning, afternoon, evening. He's not saying. Maya arpita mano buddhi. Yeah. So, do you have an altar of surrender? For a service person, it is a nation. That's why I'm so happy that Vande Mataram has come back. Yeah. Because I always used to find it more meaningful than Janaganamana. Much more meaningful. Yeah. Than the national anthem. Yeah. So what? Yeah. And you put your life on the line here. Come on. What more bhakti you want? Mayarpita mano buddhi. Mad bhakta same priyaha. How can such a person not get the truth is a question. If you are such a person, how can you not get the truth? I would be surprised if a person like this doesn't get the knowledge. If he gets the knowledge, I am not surprised at all because it's expected that he'll get it. The learning is fine, the teacher is good, learning is there, his commitment is there, karma yoga buddhi is there. Not a wonder the Lord says, Same Priyaha. Because remember, bhakti is expressed in 100 different ways. Remember that Kirataka form of Lord Shiva manifesting as a hunter in front of Arjuna, and they have a nice royal fight, and Arjuna apologizes for it. Shiva laughs and says, "You worship me in the best manner you knew." Okay. Yeah. How many of you seen the movie Last Samurai? It is actually based on a true story. Everything that is there in the movie is not true. But this samurai actually rebelled against the king to make the king accept the value of being in touch with their tradition, because he was modernizing everything. Not to lose sight of your roots. And he said, my rebellion is a form of service. Extreme case. My rebellion is a form of service, reminding him not to lose touch with the roots. I forget the name of the samurai. So that's an extreme case of devotion, isn't it? Devotion to the nation. I'll rebel. That's why in a democracy, protests, etc. are totally acceptable. So Jantar Mantar, the first day was perfect. After that it got hijacked by all the cockroaches that came crawling out of the woods. First day was good, proper. Students protest. After that it went haywire. After that was party time. People from Pakistan and Bangladesh were ordering pizzas for the fasting students in the night. After 11 o'clock it was party time. How do I know? Because I know I send people to verify it. I don't say anything without verification. So that is not a rebellion. That is anti-national activities. But the first day what happened? The students, yes, they accept it. Okay. Okay, then he is talking about, he keeps shifting between the yogi and the wise person. Yogi and the wise person. Why? Because there is not much difference. Okay, one person becomes a wise person. No? How much difference is there? So he keeps shifting. Yasmano dvichate lokaha lokadno ijute chayah harsha marsha bayadvegaihi muktaha yassacha me priyaha. Yasman na udvijate lokaha. He does not go and disturb anyone. Okay. He does not claim his right to offend. This is a big woke nonsense that's going on. I have the right to offend. If you have the right to offend, when that guy offends you, keep quiet then. He doesn't claim that. He does not deliberately go to disturb anyone. He does what he has to do. Na udvichate lokaha. And loka no ujute chaya. He is not disturbed by the world. The world may think you are an idiot. Many of my batchmates came and spoke to me, when they found that I had resigned and I was joining the ashram. What is wrong with you? Now, how to explain to a sailor that you are going to go for? How do you explain? The same guys welcome me back now, okay, to join their group and be part of their WhatsApp group, where I get some, which is good for me. Why? Because I get some idea of what's happening in the international. This thing feels good because they're all over the world. So I get some good news, authentic news, first-hand news of what's happening. And I also get a lot of nonsense, okay, which I have to delete as soon as I get. Someone finds those things on my phone, problem ho jayega. Sailors after all. Okay. Even though they may not be functioning like that anymore. Hey, they're all 70-year-olds here, come on. Even though they're not functioning, they can always send a message like that. Like, for example, this is a one that I can speak even in a class. This message. You know what is good about the good old days? We all talk about the good old days. You know what is good about them? Okay. That we were not old, neither were we good. This is a safe one. There are others words which I will not mention. Good old days. For I don't disturb the world does not disturb me. I live my life. If the world gets disturbed, that's not my issue. That's not my intention. All right. Like, see, tell me, when a youngster walks off to study the truth, parents will be disturbed or not disturbed? If your 23-year-old son is saying, I'm quitting my career and joining an ashram, which parent will not be disturbed? Oh, I'm not supposed to disturb my parents. Is that true? You have to live your life, or They have to live your life. What is it? So you explain, you try to make them understand. They may not get it immediately, they'll get it in time. The same mother who was upset with me when I walked off, when I took sannyas, I said, is there anything I should do to make your thing easier? I said, no, nothing. Nothing. Because even the blessings of the mother is not necessary for sannyasa. Some people may be upset by hearing that statement, but it's a fact. If you are married, you need your wife's permission to walk off. Otherwise, she can consider it as a divorce and get remarried. Even if she gives you permission, she can get me remarried. The Shastra allows it. Manu talks about it like that, okay? The much maligned Manu says that. So, you don't disturb, meaning what? You are not consciously doing things to disturb. You are living your life. Yeah. Harsha marsha bhayo dvei. Harsha marsha. Then you know that elation, the seventh heaven of delight. You get so elated, you are carried away and do all nonsense. Or you are down in depression. Kya karu? As I said, no? Go to India Coffee House near the share market in Bombay. Go at about 3:30. Sit down, have a cup of coffee and watch what's happening. Maja aa raha hai. Some are so elated, hey, today I made a killing. And some are in tears, literally crying because, one day, how much can you lose on the market? If you are a sensible investor, you are spreading it out. No? How much can you lose? How much can you lose? In tears, grown men crying. Then get out of the share market, invest in mutual funds and be happy, na? No, next day they'll come back. Harsha, Marsha. Yeah, you made money, great, yeah. God has been kind. I made a killing. Thank you, God. That's fine. Last year, Vibhuti accepted. That range, to elation and depression is not there. You're fine. Yeah. Such is a person who will be successful. Like I have a friend who for the last 20 years has been making a living only on the share market. No other job. More than 20 years, 25 years. Only on the share market. Making a very decent living. So people come and tell, Nandu, help me, na? I also want to invest. Okay, how much you want to invest? About 10 lakhs. Are you willing to lose half of it? No, I can't afford. Then don't invest. If you don't have the stomach to suffer a loss, don't. That's the game. He says, you will make money. In the year you will end up in profit. I can show you that. But there may be days when you lose. Not may, you will lose. Are you willing to stomach that? Then don't. Go for safe investments. What is safe? Don't ask me, okay? Nothing is 100% safe. Nothing is 100% safe. Relative. Therefore, that harsha, marsha. You can take your losses. You can take your victories. You win some, you lose some, you're fine. Think good things happen, you're happy. Bad things happen, you're sad. But you accept. So that elation and getting carried away is not there. Or feeling so low down in dumps that takes 3 days for you to get out of it is not there. Harsha, marsha. Okay. Bhaya, fear. If you are a human being, not yet known the truth, some natural fears is there. Does fear rule you or courage rules you? A simple question. Are you living in fear or you are living in courage? Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is doing what is right in spite of the fear. Remember the example I always give, General Suri, etc. So, things are terrifying. You're scared, but you'll do what is correct. Bhayam. You're not ruled by fear. Okay? Not ruled. You've seen some people always scared. What will 4 people say? Popular question. What will people say is a big thing in India. It's the biggest fear in India is what people will say. Especially for middle class, all of us. लोग क्या कहेंगे? Yeah. They're coming to live your life or you have to live your life? Let them say, na. Let them say. I had a student who was paralyzed by this. Really. And I gave him an experiment. I said, this next week, you're going to ask everyone in your building what they think of you. Or what you have done. 1 or 2 things you have done. Ask them. Then he came back. I said, yeah, what happened? Samaji, rehne dijiye na. I said, no, tell me what happened. Many of them asked me, did you do that? They were not even aware I did it. They were not thinking of me at all. Why are you bothered? Can you see this? This is a fear born of your own projection, nothing else. If you had to go and jump off a cliff into the river, I can understand that fear. This fear is what? There was a lady in the building, she is no more there now, who used to sit in the balcony and gossip about everyone going up and down. And some of my young students, my teenagers knew this, youth group. Samji, she's watching. Shall I hold your hand? They'll deliberately want to provoke. And I was the only person she wouldn't gossip about. Why? She knew it doesn't bother. I was courteous to her all the time. Hello, Amma, how are you? But she knew it didn't matter to me two hoots what she said. Now, what is the fun of saying anything if it doesn't affect that guy? So, this fear that we are living by, what are you living by? Do what you have to do, live in courage. You don't have to provoke like my kids would provoke. That is teenagers. Their job is to provoke people. That's a different thing. That goes with the territory of being teenagers. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. But that's why bhayam. Udvega. Anxiety. What will happen? My son is late from school. How late? 10 minutes. Bombay traffic, you're worried about 10 minutes. You have become an anxious personality. That's why Karma Yoga Buddhi very important. But you know what all can go wrong? I know what all can go wrong. I've been in many of these situations where things have gone wrong. Like classical case. There was some time back when the whole of Chembur was flooded out. Whole of Chembur was flooded out. And this kid was in a college and the kid was in school. And the parents were so worried. Okay. And as good parents, they had not given the kid a smartphone or something. Okay. So the parents decided, they waded through waist deep water to reach the school. They reached the school. Both the parents are doctors, by the way. Okay. They reach the school, everyone is left. School is closed early. Oh my God. What to do? He has left school, not reached home. Out of desperation, I mean, they don't have a great regard for me or something like that, but out of desperation they called me. What do we do? Can you organize a search party? This, that, you have so many contacts here. I said, no, I will not organize a search party. Does he not have an elder cousin in the same school? Yeah. Have you checked up with them? I think your kid is too smart to be roaming around in the floods. Check up with them whether he has gone there. Okay. So after 1 hour, I am still not getting any news from them. I said, no. 1 hour? What has happened? So I called them up. Yes. We found him there. He was an... You were so anxious. You walked to the school in waist-deep water. You exposed yourself to a risk. Where the kid was smart and gone to the cousin's place, which is very close by. Because the elder cousin also is smart. Don't go home, come here. Their phone was not working, so what to do? Are you getting what I am trying to say? This anxiety. Relax. God's will, what has to happen? Some of you are saying that because you don't have children. Next question. From a parent. You don't know how many kids I responded to that day. That anxiety. Do what has to be done. Forget that anxiety. Muktaha, he says. Free from this. Harsha, marsha, bhaya, udvegai, muktaha. Free from that. Okay. Sacha me priyaha. Such a person is dear to me, he says. Krishna saying. Not someone saying, oh no, save me. Not that type of bhakti. Okay. Have a mature bhakti. Have a mature. I mean, the Lord in His compassion will respond. That's a different thing. But He expects you, bhakti, to have some maturity in it. Yeah? Let me tell you a fact. If he has got a strong prarabdha that he has to drown in that floods, do you think anything you do can be save him? If the prarabdha is 50-50, what you do can save him. Your effort can tilt it in this balance. But if he has got a 90% chance of drowning in that floods, only a miracle can save him. Samji, can you be so heartless? I am not heartless to that parent there. I am saying that in the class here. To the parent I will not say it. Wrong place to say it. Lack of empathy. Here I can say it. Because we are all in a safe situation right now. There is only a drizzle going on. So that when it turns into a flood, you will be okay. Okay. So what use of your bhakti if it cannot make you live a better life? If you are still living in fear and things like that, your bhakti is not working for you. Bhakti is supposed to make you strong, not to make you weak. Okay. There is more, but that we will see next class after a gap of 1 week. Okay. So take care, enjoy yourself. Night is still young. So those who are coming for the camp, I'll see you there. Yeah. Om Tat Sat.
Hariom sir.